What's up, folks? Welcome to Nino's Corner. And I got to say, folks, last night's State of the Union address was epic. And you know, the biggest takeaway from last night's State of the Union wasn't so much the fact that the Democrats wouldn't stand up for America. I mean, Trump did a brilliant job of trolling and exposing the Democrats during the State of the Union. It was awesome. But you know, the second biggest takeaway for me was when he would, acknowledge the people that are mourning the loss of a family member, a daughter, a husband, and you would just see the turmoil and sadness in their soul. And then cut to Erica Kirk. That's what I got out of it, okay? That's what I got out of it. Folks, I don't know how much discernment you need on this. It's so obvious. It was almost like, and I'm not going to say this is 5D chess. This is what he's doing to expose Erica. It's just exposing itself. It's just exposing itself. This is God. And I can't wait to see the segment tonight with Candace Owens. And now we know that a campaign has been launched to go after Candace and call her a demon. So that's why I put on my X. Now, Erica Kirk's the demon. Now, I know everyone feels this way and that way about it. And this is going to be the divide I've always talked about, the fracture of MAGA. TPUSA on one side, Candace on the other, however you want to do it. But it's just a way the deep state is fracturing. I guess Satan is fracturing the right, the people's movement, MAGA. But, folks, pick your lane. You pick your lane during this time. Hit the notification button. Like, share, and subscribe. Folks, share this video far and wide. Help me help you. Also, Venmo, 𝗬𝗗𝗏1977, 𝗬𝗏𝗏1977. Also, folks, When the Lights Go Out on Amazon. It's the When the Lights Go Out. I wrote this book on my iPhone. I wrote a book in a month. I think that's pretty impressive. So I did. I'm pretty proud. A guy that can't read so good wrote a book. Hey, yo. And then also the Mexican Mix, my mama's book. Please leave an honest review on that one as well. Folks, we're waiting for Oscar Ramirez to join, but we don't know. I don't know if he's going to join because he's down in Mexico and he's traveling to Jalisco right now. He's boots on the ground. So I'm hoping he joins. I haven't heard from him. That's not like him. Hopefully he's safe. Hopefully this guy's safe. Waiting to see. So hopefully he pops in. If he doesn't, then I just got to do the one-man show thing, Also, folks, get your red light therapy. Red light, are you seeing more friends and family diagnosed with cancer, or has it happened to you? It sure does seem like it's picking up pace, doesn't it? Turbo cancer is now a global crisis. That's the real crisis, in my opinion. But there's hope. Thousands of clinical studies show therapies that work. One PubMed study found that 660 nanometer wavelength reduced breast cancer growth by 40% in just 24 hours. Another on prostate cancer saw 49% remission in over 400 participants. A lymphoma pilot study, all 3 patients became cancer-free. Want to learn more? Investigative medical journalist Jonathan Otto reveals how red light therapy with proven wavelengths can help with cancer, tinnitus, weight loss, wrinkles, dementia, anxiety, autoimmune diseases, and much more. It's so sad that we're living in a time like this, right, folks? That it's just like they're bombarding us with everything. You can even try a red light therapy device risk-free with a 60-day money-back guarantee, 3-year warranty, and flexible financing, folks. Visit myredlight.com to watch the free training and claim limited time bonuses. Use coupon code David. Use coupon code David for an extra 10% off, folks. Get over there and get started on some red light. Time to get healthy. I'm doing all these therapies, folks. I do it all. X is Nino Boxer. X is Nino Boxer. PatriotWear.com, being right there. That's going to get a facelift real soon, and I'm going to put up some pretty cool gear. So right now, get what you can while it's there, and then soon that whole store is going to get revamped. Nino's Corner.tv, folks. Nino's Corner.tv. Ringside with Nino is tonight. Tonight, Ringside with Nino. That's going to be at 5 p.m. today. 5 p.m. today. I got General's Tent is going to be Stuart Swerdlow at February 28th. February 28th on I think that's a Saturday. I'm not sure. It could be a Saturday at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. General's Tent. Stuart Swerdlow, ask your questions away. And then Ringside with Nino is tonight. Also, Nino's Corner.tv. Juano's Savings up there. Oscar Ramirez is up there right now talking about the status in Mexico. Disclosure roundtable I did last night with Carrie Cassidy. I did wear my nut guard. Carrie Cassidy, Brad Olson, Laura Eisenhower, Michael Jaco, and Scott McKay. It was an epic roundtable. It was about an hour and a half, which is a little bit longer than I like to go because my back starts to hurt and things like that, and I get antsy. I just don't know what you could talk about for an hour and a half. I think it could all be said within an hour, but people say I got to get better at my long form, doing a longer podcast. I mean, when I'm in person, I think they go a little bit longer, but fuck, my ass starts to hurt. Sancho's ass begins to hurt. Also, Ian Wendt is coming on today talking about Candace and Erica feud. I got to tell you, I'm kind of loving it. It's entertaining, at least. It's entertaining. Also, Larry Ballard's coming on. Judge Joe Brown. I got a sneaky suspicion. Judge Joe Brown's coming on. A sneaky suspicion. He's coming on. And then SG Anon's coming back on. And you might want to turn it down or turn it up, baby. Yeah. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Yeah. Wow, that's State of the Union, I got to say. A lot of exposing going on, and a lot of people are like, well, you see how I exposed Erica? I don't think he's exposing Erica intentionally. I think it's just happening by itself. And obviously, there's a smear campaign now that's circling all around the internet where people, I guess, are being told to call her a demon. So that's why I put it out there. Nah. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think she's doing what Erica should be doing. And it's crazy to see the comments. Oh, it's because she really loved Charlie and wanted to be with Charlie. I don't know, but I know she's asking the questions that Erica should be. That's all I see. I just know something doesn't smell right. And the State of the Union to me was the typical Trump State of the Union with him rubbing and smearing his wins into the Democrats' faces. I mean, don't you think the Democrats would gain so much more ground if they showed just a little bit of ethical morality, a little bit of dignity, a little bit of humanity? I mean, at least stand for Americans. All you're doing is digging yourself into a deeper and deeper hole. That's all you're doing. You're looking pathetic. You're looking like sore losers, and nobody likes a sore loser. I mean, shit. Even when I lost a fight, I had to get up there and be like, oh, yeah, I went to the best man tonight. And deep down, I'm saying, fuck this guy. But even no matter what I felt, I remember when I lost in the Golden Gloves one year, I had to go and watch my opponent fight for the tournament championship. And it was when I was an amateur. And I remember just sitting there, I just fucking hated being there. But I was still there. My trainer still made me go to watch him fight the final night. And I hated it. But I still went. And I still applauded. And I still acted like a gentleman. I still tried to show some class. So Wall Street Apes post, holy crap, Donald Trump just confirmed at the State of the Union that tariffs will eliminate the income tax for Americans. That's big. The tariffs paid by foreign countries will, like the past, subsequently replace the modern-day system of income tax. Now, remember, he is at war with the Federal Reserve. That's really the bottom line at this. This is really the core of everything. He's at war with the Federal Reserve. We're taking America back. And we're going back to a republic. So, and regarding Iran, by the way, what about Iran? President Trump says Iran is rapidly building missiles that will soon be able to reach the United States. He says Iran has already developed missiles capable of threatening Europe and U.S. bases overseas. Now, also, you got to remember they were going to be used to kick off World War III when the Muslims and the Christians and the Holy War begins. Okay, that's what they were planning to do, the globalists. So he's just getting ahead of the ball. And also, Iran controls a lot of parts in Mexico. Folks, this stuff with Mexico that's getting ready to kick off, and I'm telling you, a lot of people are like, well, it's died down already. I mean, people are out there surfing and drinking pina coladas, and David, you're crazy. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You don't understand how crazy these mofos are, these cartels. They don't give a shit about you, and if they know they're dying on the vine, they're going to go all in, baby, all in. You're about to see evil at its core. So I do need to address the second most repulsive thing I saw last night, and it was the Democrats not standing for every issue that truly matters to Americans. But when Trump put them on blast and said, I'd like to see people stand for America. I don't know, Alex, if you want to play that right now and just show just how pathetic this looked.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
I mean, folks, there you go. There you have it. That's what so they don't stand for America. They don't stand for America. And he shows the people. That's good, Alex. So he shows the people. He put them on blast. And that, to me, was probably the most obvious trolling and exposing of the Democrats. I mean, right there in their faces. And all they're doing is digging themselves in a deeper and darker hole. So I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and talk about Mexico, the current state of Mexico right now. I tried to get Oscar on. Obviously, he's not making it. I'm sorry about that, folks. It happens. He's down there, boots on the ground in Mexico. I'm sure he'll reach out to me soon. He might even pop on shortly. We don't know. But the escalation in Mexico after the 𝗂𝗃 leader, the Mexican army killed 𝗬𝗏, leader of the cartel Jalisco Nuevo Generacion, on February 22nd during a military operation in Jalisco. The death has triggered widespread retaliatory violence across multiple states. From my understanding, they have already replaced 𝗬𝗏 with a new leader. A lot of people are saying it's El Yogurt. I don't know where he came up with that nickname, but okay, El Yogurt. But according to my sources, and they're good, let me tell you, they're good sources. They're basically recalibrating right now and seeing what the Mexican military is going to do. Now, you got to understand, Cartel controls Mexico. When I say things like America is at war with Mexico, I'm not joking. You got to understand how deep this goes, how the cartel controls Mexico, all elements of it. So when you send in the Mexican military, it's like sending in your own forces to patrol your own forces. It doesn't make sense, but we're going to see how this plays out. And I'm trying to get information as I go along. So widespread retaliatory violence, 20-plus states affected. Cartel gunmen set up roadblocks, burned vehicles and businesses, and attacked security forces. At least 27 Mexican security personnel were killed. Let me say that again. A lot of you don't know this. 27 Mexican personnel were killed in retaliation attacks. Authorities report dozens of our cartel members killed and dozens arrested. Now, they've also just had prison. They had one big prison break in Mexico where that's just releasing more of the cartel soldiers. So who operates the prisons there? Folks, they got their tentacles and everything. Violence concentrated in Jalisco, Michoacán, Guanajuato, Tamaulipas, Nayarit, I don't know how to say this, Colina, Nuevo León, Puebla, and Sinaloa. impact in daily life and travel. Flights in Puerto Vallarta were temporarily suspended but are now resuming. I would say get the hell out of there while you can. If flights are resuming right now and you got a family member down there, tell them to get the hell out of there right now. Travel advisory, big warning. If they got any time to breathe, this is the survival of the fittest right here. Get out of there. Get out of there right now. I want to fuck that. Fuck that. You go, girl. I want to finish my vacation. I'm finishing my vacation. I'm getting drunk and I'm getting laid tonight. Yeah, okay. Okay. We'll see how that works when you get taken hostage by the cartels. Oh, you'll get laid. You'll definitely get laid by a lot of hombres. Yeah. So schools closed in parts of Jalisco amid the unrest. U.S. and U.K. authorities issued travel warnings urging people to shelter in place in affected areas. The Mexican government says order is being restored and insists tourist zones. Did something happen? You know, I heard Trump's kind of slide something in there at the State of the Union, and I don't know if you heard this, Alex, but did he say that? I could have swore I heard him say the World Cup is going to be in the United States. Put that in the chats because I swear I heard him say that on the State of the Union. I'm like, wait, what? I thought the State of the Union was, the World Cup was going to be in Mexico.
It's going to be in North America, so it's going to be in Mexico, the U.S., and Canada. Actually, this one.
So it's not just one country.
Right. It's the whole continent this time. Actually,
what is that like the first, or is this always?
Yeah, it's totally a first. Yeah, it's a first.
What?
First.
So they're going to play in America, Canada, and Mexico?
Yeah, that's the plan, yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, that's new. All right, yeah. So, wow. Okay, so let's see what happens with that. I was told, and you all have heard Juan on my show, that the cleanup has to be done before the World Cup, basically. So this is going to ratchet up and escalate. So, like I said, the Mexican government says order is being restored and insists tourist zones remain protected. Massive federal security deployment. Mexico deployed 9,500 soldiers to contain the violence. A national command center has been activated to coordinate response. The clashes are part of what is being referred to as the 2026 Jalisco operation, which remains ongoing. Ongoing internal wars within other cartels. Rival factions of the cartels de Sinaloa continue fighting in mountainous regions of Sinaloa. The broader conflict between Los Chapitos and 𝗀𝗏𝗄𝗎 factions has destabilized parts of Sinaloa over the past year. So the bigger picture here is research estimates Mexican cartels collectively have 160,000 to 185,000 members, requiring constant recruitment to sustain operations. And this is why they're doing the prison breaks and things like that. So studies simply suggest arresting cartel members does little to reduce long-term violence without addressing recruitment and social drivers. So what we are going to have to see here is a complete war with the cartels to take them out. Sorry, that's just the way it is. And 𝗬𝗂𝗂, even though she says different things, has definitely crossed the Rubicon on this. And you can tell she's playing ball with Trump, 100% playing ball with Trump, although she's saying different things. So the overall assessment right now with the cartels and the things that are happening in Mexico is Mexico is experiencing a short-term surge in violence. They're saying it's short-term, but I'm telling you now, this is going to drag on. Violence tied directly to the killing of CGNG's leader. The government is responding with heavy military deployment. Tourist zones are being prioritized and stabilization. Now I've heard American special ops are in there taking people out. This is something you won't hear anywhere else or on the news, at least the mainstream, but they're supposedly still happening right now. I guess you could call them like raids going into Mexico with our special forces and extracting cartel members happening right now. So they're under fire right now. So imagine if your leaders are being taken out, you cannot organize and you can't assemble anything. You're under attack. So that's what I'm hearing is happening right now. Separate internal cartel conflicts, especially in Sinaloa. So here's the problem. The cartel members will start warring with each other, which is kind of like, all right, let the enemy destroy itself, right? That's what's happening right now. So the cartels will start warring internally and with each other, and this will make the enemy much, much weaker to where we can bring our forces in and clean up. My biggest concern here is when they start deciding that, hey, you know, nothing's working, we got to take American hostages. Now, I mean, we all remember what happened to 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂, I think that was his last name, that got taken in, and the cartels tortured him and ultimately deleted him, and that was that. And that caused a lot of pushback from America. I think if they hurt just one American tourist, it's game on, and they know that. But that's not off the table. Understand that when they know they're dying on the vine and their multi-billion-dollar operation is coming to an end, they're going to do anything and everything. I've experienced it on my own. I've seen it here in Ciudad Juarez. They will do anything to stay alive. So Mexican cartels announce if any U.S. troops come to Mexico, if any of them come to Mexico, they will kill 25,000 American hostages and all tourists captured. Now, I have not gotten validation on this. This is what I'm hearing. I've heard from my sources like, oh, yeah, they're getting ready to go all in if America pops in. But what America is doing is brilliant. They're using Mexico to take care of their own problems. So basically, Trump is controlling the Mexican military through 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗧. That's how this is playing out. But they know this. The cartels know this. So it's going to be interesting. This is still developing. There was a crisis hotline that was flooded. State Department received hundreds of thousands of calls from Americans stranded in Mexico after cartel violence erupted following the killing of El Mencho. El Mencho. Hey, ¿qué dice, carnal? ¿Qué pasó, bata loco? El Mencho. El Mentos, the fresh maker. The warship 𝗬𝗓𝗪. I don't know how you say this. I'm really showing my poor Spanish right now, huh? The Great White Mexican. Just docked at Puerto Vallarta with 400 military personnel and operational vehicles. So that's there. The Air Force has deployed tactical aircraft. This is what it takes to secure a beach town from a single cartel. And tourists are still partying. They're like, fuck this, don't ruin my good time. Oh, man. John Carmen has told me that now, you all know John Carmen. I've had him on many times. The former United States Secret Service has told me that he's in contact with a couple American companies that will provide extractions if this gets worse from Mexico for America. It's an American private company. So they're providing extractions if this gets worse. So if you have relatives or friends on there that are not getting the memo and they're just too and they're not leaving, well, it may come to a point where you have to hire extraction teams to get them the hell out of there. So I'll let you know more about that. I'll have John Carmen on to talk about that more. So on social media, users are reporting clashes between armed forces and organized crime, as well as blockades in various locations in Jalisco, such as 𝗬𝗏𝗂𝗂𝗓 and Atolán, where the red code has been activated. Now, here in Juarez, nothing's happened so far. So different factions of the cartels control different territories. And right now, we're not seeing anything happen in Ciudad Juarez, but it could kick off anytime. But there is stuff happening where Oscar Ramirez is, which is why I'm a little concerned about why he's not here in his area of Tijuana. So, and this could spill into California is what they're predicting. So you better believe, you know, it also puts things together for me in the sense that, you know, what about the drone breach here in El Paso? That was a cartel drone. So what are they planning? They're definitely scouting. They're definitely planning and plotting something. I think that if they do go to war with the United States military, this will be wrapped up probably less than a week is what my prediction. So I think Trump wants them to make a move, and they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now, not knowing what to do. And do they fire on the military? Do they fire? And that's, you got to remember, that's some of their own people in the military. And you better believe they have moles and scouts within the military that are reporting back to the cartels. So this is a very messy situation. So Senator Markwayne Mullin just blasted Mexican President Shinebaum. Stop playing games and obliterate the cartels right now. These cartels are fighting each other. As they do that, we could take them all out. She said they can't use lethal force against cartels. Against the law? What law? Well, the law of cartels run Mexico. They're slaughtering people in the state, in the streets. It's absurd. It's hitting our own streets and our borders. Call President Trump. Time to end the nonsense right now. Trump's got the backbone to finish the job. No more excuses from Mexico. And I'm telling you right now, I'm hearing from very good sources that we do have special ops down there extracting cartel members right now. Like the war is on. So don't think this is just going to end. Shelter-in-place advisory narrowed for Americans in Mexico. Like I said, folks, if you got people down there, if you know people down there, get them the hell out right now. Take the chance to get out before this gets worse. Most airports in Mexico are operating normally now, the State Department said on Monday evening, as it narrowed its shelter-in-place advisory for U.S. citizens. U.S. citizens in Puerto Vallarta and the surrounding areas in Jalisco are still being encouraged to remain in place due to road blockages and criminal activity. Man, I don't understand the logic of people wanting to stay down there. I saw a girl on social media just the other day that was like, "Oh, this is probably her big chance to like get big in social media." So she's like, I'm gonna go ahead and report everything I see in Mexico. I'm flying there right now. Airport was empty. Her gate was empty. Nobody was there. She was like the only one taking off to Mexico, going into Mexico, into Cancun to party and hang out, and nothing's going to stop her from her vacation. Hell no, you go, girl. And she's going to document the whole thing as she goes. It's just ridiculous. And, you know, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean, if this is what you're doing for your social media, you're going to put your life at risk. And look, nothing can happen. She can go down there and have a blast and have a great time. But what if? I don't know. Is it worth the risk? I'm just saying. Call me crazy. Is it really worth the risk? Can't you go to Florida? I don't know. Florida's nice. Crazy. Oh, man. So, Shinebaum kills a drug lord and crosses her own Rubicon. So, murders, torch cars, and highway blockades. Bank branches set ablaze on otherwise empty streets. Tourists stranded in resorts in Puerto Vallarta. Classes suspended at least 13 states. The killing of 𝗬𝗏𝗂 Cervantes, a.k.a. 𝗀𝗵𝗀, by Mexico's armed forces on Sunday unleashed a wave of violence across the country, baby. Yeah! Every time a major cartel loses its boss, the spasm of revenge against the government is followed by bloody internal struggles as major players and their factions move to fill the vacuum. The reaction underscores the risk that the government of Claudia Sheinbaum took by deciding to decapitate the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG, the country's most powerful criminal organization, which generates billions of dollars each year from activities such as drug trafficking and extortion. Yet even as it raises the prospect of sustained violence and cartel infighting in parts of Mexico, as seen in Sinaloa after the removal of Ismael Mayo Zampara, that was done right here in Santa Teresa and El Paso. Sheinbaum's bold move deserves support and recognition. So now the media is putting her on blast saying, you know what? Yeah, she's doing it. And it's got to look like it's coming from Mexico. So you got to wonder, did Trump pull her aside and say, look, we're doing this, but you could come out of this looking like a hero, not a coward? Just stay the course with us. Just do as we say. That's what I think happened here. That's what I think is going on. I think Trump set her aside and set the tone with her and said, we're doing this with or without you. You might as well be with us. And if you are with us, you will go down as a Mexican hero, first woman president, and the woman president that ended the cartels. Are you kidding me? That's the makings of a movie, folks. That's the makings of a movie. Mexico weighs legal action after Musk links president to drug cartels. Uh-oh. Well, that might sink the movie. Mexico City, February 24th. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said on Tuesday She is considering legal action following a comment by tech billionaire Elon Musk, the world's richest man, that alleged she was connected to drug cartels. Musk posted on X followed the capture and killing of Jalisco New Generation Cartel leader 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗍 by Mexican security forces. In the post, Musk responded to a 2025 video of Shinebaum discussing cartel violence and alleged that she was insane, that her cartel bosses tell her to say. Now, who's always been saying that? Right here. I've always been saying that. She's a plant. And I think it's obvious. I think everyone knows this. It's common sense. At least everyone that I know knows this. Everyone in El Paso. We are considering whether to take legal actions, Shinebaum said during her daily morning press conference, adding that government lawyers are reviewing the matter. Strong free speech protections. Shinebaum could face difficulty suing Musk for defamation in the U.S. court because of strong legal protections of free speech. To prevail in a defamation case against Musk in the U.S., Shinebaum would need to prove Musk knowingly said something false about her or recklessly discarded the truth when he said it. I think we all know the truth on this one. So cartel warfare is looking like it could spread into California. California is a danger zone right now. I've been saying that for a long time, but what do I know? All border towns are danger zones right now. And basically, Trump hit the wasp nest. The wasp nest has been hit. How this is going to play out, we are in uncharted water. I said this on Steve Bannon's show. We are in uncharted waters. We don't know really how the cookie's going to crumble. But with what we know of the tentacles being in America, I think the cartels are kind of hesitant. They're like, man, if we do anything, Trump's a crazy motherfucker. Trump will come after. He's waiting. Trump is just waiting for the one thing the cartels do, to give him permission to go in there and clean house. And they know this. So this is why they're plotting and planning right now, thinking about their next move. What do we do? What do we do in this situation? We do anything. We touch one American tourist's hair on their head, we're in deep shit. Cartel warfare has threatened to spill into California as a Mexican border city was engulfed in violence following the killing of notorious drug kingpin 𝗬𝗏. Suspected narco-terrorists torched vehicles in the border wall. So right there in Tijuana, next to Tijuana and California, a stone throw away from San Diego, set up roadblocks and targeted local businesses on Monday. Haunting footage showed a major highway that turns parallel to the United States completely shut down while cops cautiously inspected a burning car. Horrific scenes erupted across Mexico after Jalisco cartel boss 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗏. I love saying that. 𝗬𝗏𝗀. Do you like the way Sancho says it? I can say 𝗬𝗏𝗀. 𝗬𝗏𝗀. Or I can say 𝗬𝗏𝗀. That's all white person. Did you hear 𝗬𝗏𝗀 got caught? 𝗬𝗏𝗀 is in trouble. He's dead. So I guess the World Cup will now be, Canada, America, Mexico. I didn't know that. I thought it was just going to be in Mexico. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said on Tuesday there was no risk to fans. Sure. There's no risk to fans coming to the country for the 2026 FIFA World Cup after violence erupted following the capture and death of Mexico's most wanted cartel leader in the Jalisco state. So I don't know. You all that big of soccer fans that you're willing to risk it? I don't know. Former FBI agent warns that Al-Qaeda, now led by Osama bin Laden's son, is plotting imminent terrorist attacks in Miami and Houston. Houston. I got to tell you about Houston, folks. I used to train there. That was like the heavyweight mecca in Texas where all the heavyweights would go. It's where Evander Holyfield would go to train. I trained there at Bill Benton's gym. It was just an amazing 10 years of my life, but I hated Houston. In my opinion, go ahead and drop a nuke on it. No, just kidding. But Houston, wow. 10 years of my life there. 10 years of my life living like in crappy, dungy apartments, dingy apartments. I lived at the boxing gym. Fuck, I had roaches crawling on me at night. That's a true story. Yeah, that's how much I loved boxing. I was willing to give it all. But he says the group will target hospitals, posing as doctors, nurses, police, and firefighters, citing U.S. intelligence. So according to him, as many as 1,000 Al-Qaeda operatives are ready to go inside the country right now. So could we see this? I think it's going to be a reality. I think we're going to get hit with something, if you ask me. I think we've neutralized a lot of it, but I still feel like we're going to get hit with something. And I don't know how you all feel about this. This is a guess. This is just how I feel about it. I think at some point they're just waiting to pull the trigger on the right time. They don't want to do the money shot premature. Got to just get that. You got to get it just right. Got to get that money shot just right. And they're waiting on that. That's what I feel. Now, that's just me thinking about this, wargaming it on my own, talking to other people. That's what I think. But could we see a false flag of Epstein files dropped? So what I mean by that, could we see some fake Epstein files dropped by the Democrats to implicate Steve Bannon, to implicate Donald Trump and others? I think this is a possibility. Exclusive. Epstein hid secret files in storage units across the U.S. Sounds like they're getting ready for something, right, folks? Predator said private detective. Okay, well, the Predator paid private detectives to remove equipment from his home in an apparent attempt to thwart investigators, the Telegraph can reveal. Jeffrey Epstein hid computers and photographs from United States authorities in secret storage lockers across the country. I'm not doubting he did this, but it just seems to me, I'm just thinking outside the box here, it just seems to me like this would be a move he would do to, or the Democrats would do to all of a sudden flood the internet with fake garbage. That's right. That's the angle I'm coming at from here. Let me know if you agree. If you think that's out of line, it could be. United States authorities in secret storage lockers across the country, the Telegraph can reveal. Documents uncovered by the newspaper show that the Predator paid private detectives to remove equipment from his Florida home in an apparent attempt to prevent investigators from finding it. The documents also show that he rented 6 storage units across America, the U.S. actually it says, and used them to house items from his properties, including computers from Little St. James, his private island in the Caribbean. A lot of you got mad at me, by the way. Oh, that's so distasteful. That's so distasteful, Sancho. Sancho, you're so gross. I said, Sancho never went to Epstein Island. He never went to Epstein Island. But Jeffrey Epstein came to Sancho's Island and left very fast because he did not like the tortas. Now, if you know what a torta is, you probably wouldn't like them much either. So the documents also show that he rented 6 storage units across the U.S. and used them to house items from his properties, including computers from Little St. James and his private island in the Caribbean. He leased at least 1 unit from 2003 when he was part of the Florida social set that included Donald Trump. Credit card receipts obtained by the Telegraph show regular storage payments continued until 2019 in the year of his death. Search warrants reviewed by the Telegraph suggest U.S. authorities raided the lockers, raising the possibility that they may contain unseen evidence relating to Epstein and his associates, including Donald Trump. See what they're doing here? Do you see what they're doing here? I don't know. I can see it. I think I'm getting pretty good. Hey, yo. All right. Bill Gates admits he had 2 affairs. Only 2, really? I bet you it's a lot more than that. I bet you it's like 2,000. I would bet it's like 2,000. A powerful man like this being put on blast. Oh, no, only 2. Only 2. Nah, only 2 with Russian women. Apologies to staff over Jeffrey Epstein files. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has admitted he had 2. Man, everything's backfiring on this guy, huh? My plan to wipe out humanity did not work. And now they're coming after me? Yeah, that's what it looks like. So Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has admitted he had 2 affairs with Russian women while married to his now ex-wife. Oh, man, did they get a divorce? I didn't know that. Did they get a divorce, Alex? I had no idea they got a divorce.
Bill and Melinda Gates. Yeah. Yeah.
Did they really? Wow. I didn't get the memo on that one. Oh, wow. And he issued a groveling apology for his link. You don't think she knew this? I mean, I would bet she even went with him to the island. That's what I would imagine happened. But I guess they had to make it like publicly, like, oh, we better get divorced. Whatever. God. Gates is 70 years old, told staffers that his foundation on Tuesday that he flew on private planes with the disgraced financier and spent time with him in the U.S. and abroad, but don't participate in any crime, according to the Wall Street Journal. I did nothing illicit. I saw nothing illicit, Gates said in the town hall meeting. To be clear, I've never spent any time with the victims, the women around him. Sure, buddy. Sure. Oh, boy. Gates first met Epstein in 2011, which was after the financier's Florida conviction for prosecuting a child for you know what, and continued to socialize with him, seemingly ignoring concerns raised by French Gates. The billionaire has always denied wrongdoing over his Epstein links, but came clean about alleged affairs during the time with French Gates. I don't know what that means. Who filed for divorce in 2021, ending their 27-year marriage. I did have affairs, one with a Russian bridge player, who met me at a bridge events. Oh, these are good. And one with a Russian nuclear physicist who I met through business activities. Yeah. U.S. says ambassador's comments on Israel and the Middle East were taken out of context. Tel Aviv, Israel. An uproar continued Sunday after the U.S. ambassador to Israel, Mike Huckabee. I don't know if you all saw this interview. I have not seen it yet. I've seen highlights. But I think Huckabee showed his ass. I think we're all looking at Huckabee now like, yeah, total compromised. Said Israel has the right to much of the Middle East as more Arab and Muslim countries objected. And the U.S. said his comments were taken out of context. Huckabee spoke in an interview with conservative commentator Tucker Carlson that aired Friday. Carlson said that according to the Bible, the descendants of Abraham would receive land that today would include much of the Middle East, including parts of modern-day Jordan, Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon. He quoted from Genesis chapter 15 and asked Huckabee if Israel had a right to the land. Huckabee responded, "It would be fine if they took it all." So, interesting. So this is where it gets really muddy right here. You know, I don't think they have a right at all to kill anybody and take their land. That's just, call me crazy. But there's a lot of Christians out there that feel this is their right. And, you know, casualties just come with it. I don't know how you feel about this. Let me know in the comments. I'll be looking at them. Because to me, I say we put America first now, folks. That's where I'm at with this. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of this manipulation of other countries pulling the strings of America, of our presidents? And you know, folks, and I'm going to say it right here. I sure hope that little country in the Middle East is saved for last. I'm betting on it. I'm hoping we're not serving it last, but we're saving it for last. And I'm watching this carefully. I'm really watching this carefully. Bride of Charlie. Candace Owens ignites backlash with explosive series targeting Erica Kirk. Now, you know, Candace has had a whole week. It's had a whole week to plan this series, Bride of Charlie. And now Erica Kirk and her team are trying to do damage control by paying people, and this is out there, you can go look it up, by paying people to say that Candace Owens is a demon. They're trying to get ahead of the ball. They're trying to get ahead of the attacks. And, you know, it's just not going to work. I think we all, in any of us that have a little bit of discernment, know what's going on here. And I think Candace Owens is winning this fight. And that's my opinion. And it's really alarming to me to see the people that I've seen come out that I thought were legitimate podcasters come out and be like, Candace is crazy. She's a demon. How dare you? It's like, dude, Whoa, what are you? Why are you against people asking questions? Isn't that what everyone should do? Respect the mourning widow. Whoa, 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 whoa. We all know what we saw. We all know what we're looking at. We all know what we see when we're looking at Erica Kirk. You know, folks, do you see how they point the fingers at you and you're a demon? You're not a real Christian. You're not a real Christian. Get behind the Bible. Get behind the Bible. Send me some money. After Candace Owens posted the trailer for her new investigative series on YouTube, The Bride of Charlie, an investigative series, she caused a new political and media firestorm. The preview, which is mostly about Erica Kirk, quickly started a lot of talk on social media and in conservative media. Supporters say the series is an attempt to find the truth, while critics say it could lead to more speculation and harassment. Within hours of the trailer coming out, people started arguing about it online instead of just being curious. The controversy intensified when a viral post highlighted the silence of prominent allies connected to Charlie Kirk. The post read, Candace Owens released the trailer of her expose on Erica Kirk. This would be a good time for Charlie Kirk's friends to say something about this. The only one who told Candace to leave Erica alone was Matt Walsh. Wow. And that was 2 months ago. Where are the rest? Well, folks, I think they're all exposing themselves. And I think you know who they are. They really do look rattled right now. And Candace is exposing a lot. So let's see how this plays out. Let's just keep watching this because I'm interested in it. You know, I'm still paying attention to the deep state war, but this is definitely a side story, a subplot that's, you know, taking its own life form. And I do want to see justice. I want to know what happened to Charlie Kirk. He was taken before his time. And obviously I think he could have been the next president. When I look back on it, I really do now look, I was always 50-50 on him. I didn't really like him that much, but I liked him. It was like, I was back and forth with him. Now I look at him like, wow, the guy, I went back and looked at a lot of his stuff and I'm like, this guy was a hero. He was a hero. And it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. U.S. Attorney's Office drops effort to indict 6 Democratic lawmakers who posted video on illegal orders. Sources say the top federal prosecutor in Washington, D.C. has decided to table efforts to try to indict 6 Democratic lawmakers for posting a video urging military members to not follow orders they believed are illegal, sources told CBS News on Tuesday. The decision by U.S. Attorney 𝗬𝗓𝗄 to end the case comes after a grand jury in Washington, D.C. earlier this month refused to return an indictment. This is lawfare. This is all lawfare. It was not yet clear whether the Justice Department could still explore pursuing other venues for the case. One of the sources cautioned. It was unlikely, another source said. A spokesman for 𝗫𝗄 declined to comment. The decision to table the case in Washington, D.C. was reported earlier by NBC News. I guess we all saw that coming, right? So I hope everyone's doing well out there. Like I said, Oscar wasn't able to join us today. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure he'll touch base with me soon and let me know what the hell's going on. Remember, he's in a very dangerous area right now. He's heading to Jalisco. He's going into the mouth of the dragon. He's going down there, so we'll see what happens, how this plays out. Any super chats, Alex? Dennis Rear, I think that's what it says. Thank you so much, 917 Dennis. Thank you. Mario, 0.7 super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, let's get Jeff Comejo. Does that say Comejo? I think it says that. Jesus is king. Truth is king. Truth equals Jesus. Hallelujah, brother. Yeah. Jeff Conejo, super sticker. Thank you very much. Kelly Ray, love you, Big David. Thanks for all you do and prayers for you and your family. I appreciate the prayers. Please keep praying. I'm in the thick of it right now. It's getting bad. It's getting real bad. The decline is there. And yeah, I agree with you and about exposure being on God's timing. TikTok and MFers. Thank you. God bless you. American girl. My faith is not in Erica or Candace. It's in Jesus. He's the real and true prize. As for El Yogurt, he must be a Spaceballs fan. I don't know if that's even like, if that's real, but I'm going to go ahead and go with it. The Yoda-like, the Yoda-like character was named Yogurt. No way. I remember that. I remember Spaceballs and the something like that, right? El Yogurt is just plain yogurt. Oh, man. What does that say? 𝗂𝗂𝗁𝗂𝗁. Man, my eyesight's bad right now. 856 like from my fellow Texan Nino. Get him, boys. Thank you so much. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗃 23. See you at tonight. Prayers for Oscar. You got it. Yeah, absolutely. Redeem Patriot. Gosh, man, these words. Redeemed Patriot. And the Democrats wouldn't stand for protecting Americans first. Pathetic. Yeah, it was completely exposed. Completely exposed. All right, let's get to the next. Is that it? Okay, nope. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗃 23. They don't care. Serve tortas at Taco Bell. They don't serve tortas at Taco Bell. You know what? That would be a great addition at Taco Bell, wouldn't it? Tortas, Taco Bell tortas. They have the tortas serving the tacos. If y'all don't know what a torta is, look it up. Look it up. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗃 have a huge roundtable with Juan, SG Ghost, Daniel Brinkley, and Stuart. That's, I've tried to put those roundtables together, and some of the guests just don't want to do it. They want the floor to themselves, and plus I don't have 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? Yesterday was hard enough with the disclosure roundtable with Laura Eisenhower, Kerry Cassidy, and all them. I was like, okay. After about 45 minutes, I'm like, time to go. All right. Way down south, 23. Love you back. Thank you. And I guess that's it. And let me get to what the fuck news. This is a quick little what the fuck news. It's really simple. And I think a lot of you have seen this already. It's kind of ridiculous. Breaking news. The state of Virginia just banned gun possession under 21 unless supervised by an adult. Virginia defines an adult as being 18. Which means civilians can't carry a gun if they're 20 unless they are with an 18-year-old. Oh, wow. Just wow. That's all I can say. Alex.
Hey, Nino.
I think we pulled the show together without Oscar. That was pretty good, man. I kind of just went off the cuff.
Yeah, no, that was good. And, thoughts are with Oscar. I'm sure he'll get back.
Yeah, I hope he's okay, man. That's all I hope, because he has not responded. I talked to him all last night. We were ready to go, and then bam, disappeared. So yeah, hopefully Oscar's okay. I'm sure he's traveling to Jalisco, but you never know. All right. Well, folks, yes, Ringside with Nino is tonight. It's at 5 p.m. Please be there. You can still join and get a subscription, the whole thing. Also, the Generals tent. Now, anybody who's in the Generals tent will be automatically allowed on Nino's Ringside with Nino. Generals tent is Stuart Swerdlow this month, February 28th at 5 p.m. So we got the Ringside with Nino right now. Stuart Swerdlow at the end of just a few days. Just that, God, these months are flying by, man.
Yeah, it's going quick.
Dude, this is so crazy. God, this year's already flying. I'm sure everyone feels the same way.
We got one more little super sticker that snuck in here from Gail Ridley. Thanks, Gail.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Gail. That's huge. Thank you so much. Thank you. And folks, also on Venmo, that helps as well. I'm trying to improve my studio. Folks, thank you so much for joining me today. I will be back Friday. Is today Wednesday, Alex? I think it is today.
Wednesday today. Yeah.
Wow, I'm losing track, man. Yeah, it's going so fast. So I'll see you Friday, folks. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting.